It's ACL weekend one here in Austin, Texas. People, get off the roads, bro. Get off the left lane. The left lane is for passing only. I don't know where to start this podcast, so I'm just gonna ramble on. I'm gonna be talk. Oh, here it is. We're gonna do a spider web of an episode. So I'm gonna name some things and they're gonna be they're not random because they're all connected to each other, but I'm gonna tell their own little story and they're all gonna connect with each other like a spider web. So one is a 3rd of October, bro. Oh, next year. One, we're gonna start off with October. I'm not working in October. So one, October, two, ACL, three, Juan Gabriel, Alexander the Great, Olympia, Alexander the Great's mom, nepotism. How about that? LeBron James, Bronny James. How about those names? What else? Formula One, Texas Longhorns. What else? What else? What else we got? Miranda Lambert. I don't know how much. You know what? I'm just throwing that one out there because she has a new album out. It's a banger, dude. I'm not. I don't want to talk about Miranda Lambert because that's gonna be a whole episode in itself. Is this thing even recording? It is. Awesome. And that deserves its own episode because that album's amazing. There's so many, all the songs are awesome, dude. My favorite ones are gonna be January Heart. Oh, Living on the Run. What else? Alimony, obviously, but January Heart. I'll touch on this real fast. January Heart is like a loving song, dude. It's a positive song. Instead of like Carrie Underwood, I dug my keys into the side of his. Anda de tóxica la señorita Carrie Underwood, and but Miranda Lambert. It's this album, dude. The way it's you see, it's a whole episode. It's a whole episode in itself. To Miranda Lambert, but that one's, whew, dude. I want. This is what I would love. She played over here at Stubbs, dude. If I we already had plans for that day. If I would have known this other plans would have like they were late, bro. They were late. If I would have known these people were gonna be late, I would have gone to the Miranda Lambert. I was like, no, we gotta be there at time. It's at 6, you know. If I because they're anyways, but what I would like is a Miranda Lambert like country that she played at like the Maverick in Buda, South Austin, and just played her new album from start to end. She can throw in some classics in between, but just to dance to Miranda Lambert while she's playing. And it's like, bro, you like if you're on the dance floor, you gotta be dancing. Like security's gonna be like, hey, get off the dance floor. Like if you're not dancing, right? And so you either got to be one stepping, two stepping, whatever type of stepping you're doing, stepping on business. Oh no, that's standing, bro. No standing on business over there with Miranda Lambert. You got to be dancing. You got to be shaking, shaking them boots. But for us to actually be dancing to Miranda Lambert like playing, because I used to at the Maverick in Tucson, they had the cover bands or the bands, the country bands that they would just play there, and dancing to some live music, dude, is different. Um, so that'll be dope. Like to, bro, n- Post Malone would do that. Post Malone. I don't know who, like, what other artists would actually like go ahead and do that that are like down to earth, and that's why like Paul Walls, the Chingo Blings, the Josh Abbott, the Aaron Watsons, the Cody Johnson. Even though Cody Johnson just kind of made it like to the like the billboards and the CMAs or the Country Music Awards and music television. Is that even a thing? CMT anymore? But mainstream. But they were like Texas, and like I saw Cole Wetzel at Whiskey's in El Paso, dude. Like seeing them like right there, dude. I saw Josh Abbott at I saw Josh Abbott band at Denim and Diamond in Tucson, Arizona, back in 2015, the day of their album dropping. Front Row Seat, that album, dude, seeing them like right there. I've seen so many other bands like right there. Oh, I'm about to go see Aaron Watson in Cedar Park in October 11th. Hey, Aaron Watson, I'll see you there for like the fifth time, bro. Like seeing them, it's all different things from seeing them in the stadium. And I digress. You see why I said like Miranda Lambert like deserves her own episode, but I guess the web podcast has already started. All right, I'm gonna bring it back to Juan Gabriel and Alexander the Great. Oh, let me throw another name in there. Jordan Peterson, dude. The Jordan Peterson. But dude, because I've been trying to like study and like fill myself with knowledge, and like you gotta read up on everything and you gotta know a little bit of everything, and don't be stupid. Dude, I'm in this phase where it's like, dude, I'm the stupid. I don't know nothing, dude. I don't know nothing. If it's not dense, I don't know. Only thing I know, it's dense. I'm done giving medical advice, but I'm not a doctor. I'm a pop star. Athletic advice, philosophical advice, psychological, relationship advice, like anything, bro. Like I don't know nothing, dude. If it's not dense, y'all don't even listen to me anyways. Like I'm done, dude. I'm at that stage. I don't know nothing, dude. Nope. But the cool thing about that is when they ask you, and you can use this to start like a conversation. Oh, I didn't even give the intro. With all this, I'll continue saying, welcome to the Flying Tooth Comb podcast. I'm your host, PCast1510, aka Pablo Castro. You can find me on all social medias. Dude, it's 2024. Y'all can Google me. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't Google me. Certified. Oh, welcome to the podcast. I call these house podcasts just like house music without no production, with no guidelines. I have a couple notes that I put out throughout the week as I'm going through the week, redundant, but of things that I want to talk about. But those are like the vinyls in the crate. Like I know what's up. I know they're there, but I'm gonna throw them in there and just mix them. And just like in the beginning, in the intro, the pre, I don't even know the pre-intro, the intro to the intro, that I was gonna do a web because I'm gonna tie everything together, and so let's go back to the philosophical thing of Alexander the Great and Jordan Peterson and thinking about life and what life is about and what's the meaning of life. Bro, Jordan Peterson has this whole thing of Nietzsche. Like it sounds so interesting. Like Nietzsche was so what's his name? Or what's that? Se creía mucho. He thought he was all that, Nietzsche. He's like, I can say in a sentence what others take a whole book to write, even if they can even write a book. Like these people can even write a book about what they're trying to say. Like, and I can say it in a sentence. And I was just like, arrogant. Is that the word? Arrogant. And I was like, bro, I can say the same thing about what Nietzsche said in 3 words. And then I was like, somebody else can even say something about what I said in a word. And then this is the whole like linguistic thing. All right. So the 3 words is what he said. All these notifications, bro. Shut up. um, and so I was like, bro, it's I don't know if you guys saw on the last podcast or even if I talked about it, but this whole thing that I'm trying to do is put the social media, like internet and real life, like mix it and have a balance of 50-50 of like when you're going to see this, it's going to be tied into the Instagram stories with the links of things. So, or just like the videos and things that I'm talking about. And there's going to be clips. It's going to be interesting and it's going to take time, but it's hopefully it happens. And that way we can be talking about it, but at the same time, we can still like meet up and all that. Like this yoga series during this last 2024 summer here in Austin, hosted by YTX Yoga. They were awesome, dude. The Sunset series, and we were there, 600 other yogis, and I got to make friends, invite friends. They got to experience that. They met friends. They met up. It was cool, dude. It's pretty interesting, and that came through social media. So we are the 90s baby. How about that? Throw in 90s baby millennial into the bingo card game of this episode. Um, oh, I was watching the other podcast and I was saying a lot. So I'll try to be more conscious about saying those things. That's just slowing down and really thinking about what you're trying to say. But I was just going off the dome, dude. I was just going off the dome. Mm. Go check out Así Fue en vivo by Juan Gabriel, celebrando 25 años de Juan Gabriel en el Palacio de las Bellas Artes en vivo, bro. This is like they're saying like the time that like a solo artist, a trumpeter, like took the spot from Juan Gabriel. And this dude goes on. And what I've been seeing is, especially in September, like all the videos of Mexico, like they had this song and it's the little staple and it's like the thing. Sheesh. Y'all better not be taking this down because I'm commentating all this. This is pre-used, bro. Let me use this as a little background, bro. So let's put that together. That tribe coming back to the thing. Why? Because I was like talking to somebody else, like, dude, the problem is that like now we're spending all this time in our rooms, in our apartments, and we don't go out, we don't go socialize and all that. I have a group of neighbors that we hang out, and they're just like blowing up the group message right now that they're gonna go hang out in the rooftop lounge or in the pool lounge. Dude, it's awesome. When we hang out, it's great because you actually get that interaction. And I was just really thinking about this is like the time that I get to spend with them and the conversations that I've had with them, like one on one. Dude, it'll be like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, like 3 in the morning, or throughout the day when we hang out in the pool. Like last weekend, we were hanging out in the rooftop with watching the Texas Longhorns. Oh, I threw the Texas Longhorns in there. Boom. You see, so that's one. And it's just really, really interesting of get an hour here watching this podcast, like, or any other podcast, of how much time you spend, or like if you're looking into somebody's TikToks, Instagrams, like how much time do you spend like looking at that person? Well, in person, like you're spending that time in, well, one, in person, like you're actually there doing whatever you're doing, hanging out. And when would you be able to like have that with that person on social media? Like having a FaceTime call, like text messaging or messaging, or any like conversation, because that's how you would conversate, or audio messages, whatever. Like now, like it's like sending reels. Like really, like, oh, I send you a reel. No, like go out in person and be talking to them. And so I'm gonna bring it back to Jordan Peterson, Nietzsche, and Juan Gabriel, and then I'm gonna add that Alexander the Great, because growing up, like, all right, so this one, I'll say this: this episode is is dedicated to the shot to the homegirl. It's actually her birthday today, dude. I was going through my notes, my calendars. I was doing like my real life throwbacks, memories. Like this is what you were doing 7 years. How long is 2015 from here? 5 and 5. That's 29 years ago. There's no way, dude. There's no way. Yes, I was 23 and 24 and 25. Anyways, it was like, oh, this is so and so's birthday today. I was like, oh, okay. So the reason why this episode is dedicated to her is because homegirl, one, was way older than me. Not that older, but yeah, era señora, bro. Ya soy un señor. I'll say this, dude. I caught myself being a señor at that thing that I was talking about, like the Miranda Lambert thing that we're supposed to go. It was this Brazilian thing, bro. When it actually happened, we were there with the band again, right there. Unz, unz, unz. Bro, I started clapping. Dude, when I went this way, I was like, oh. I was like, I'm a señor, dude. I'm a señor. Anyways, homegirl was a señora. I was just a baby. And homegirl, bro, she wasn't that. Like, she was still in her 20s, bro. She was in her late 20s, but she was still in her 20s, bro. And homegirl used to listen to Juan Gabriel all the time. And then when we used to hang out with her family used to hang out all the time. And even like, so check this out. Check me if I'm wrong, okay? Sundays at the Speak and Rock racetrack, they have the Juan Gabriel imitator dude. And he would go and like do the whole Juan Gabriel things, and people used to go. And this is only because it was a timeline. So at this point, it's 2015, 2016 at the time. And homie, I think he already had passed away or something like that. So um, this is where we go of like within the times. So homegirl used to listen to him all the time. And I was just growing up, like I knew who Juan Gabriel is from like being in El Paso and him being from Juarez and all that. And but I never really liked them. Well, the thing is, I was just a baby. I was just a baby, bro. Like these songs didn't hit for me of whatever phase like in my life that I was going through. But now that I'm a señor, I'm a Juan Gabriel slaps, like these youngins say, bro. Juan Gabriel slaps. And I've always liked some of his songs. but it was more like the cover songs from like Banda El Recodo covering Juan Gabriel. And obviously I knew the songs, but I never like, I wasn't gonna go over there and like sing Juan Gabriel at karaoke. I wasn't that good. Now I can sing like a few songs. And like that Se Me Olvidó Otra Vez cover by Banda El Recodo. That goes hard because it's Banda. And then this thing's a little too loud. So it was in my taste. It wasn't, but now as a señor, it goes hard, dude. And I was recently watching, go to YouTube and look La Farsante Juan Gabriel and look at the live performances. One, I'll say this. Go listen to the original one first from the album. Go to Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you use. Listen to the original one. And you're going to see the tempo. It's syncopated. So it's going to go, and think about the beat like being 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Da-da, 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 da-da. Yo te vi, mi cariño. Yo creí que era sincera. So it beats. And there's going to be 2 lines. Yo creí que eras buena. Yo creí que eras sincera. That's the pattern. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da. Have that in mind. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay. That starts on the end. So what's going to happen is that Juan Gabriel is going to go in not on the beat, but because he's dragging out that second line that's a little bit longer. The band is supposed to react to him. Yo creí que eras buena. Ready? Yo creí que eras buena. Yo creí que eras. Go to YouTube, go look at the thing, and study how the song goes. I'll save you the pain and agony of listening to me sing through the whole thing. But on the live versions, and you can even say like one where he's like trying to like look back at the band, and you're like, bro, like get it in place. The crazy thing about this is that those were from like the 70s, 80s, I don't know, like, but it was back in the day. Then there's one of like a 2004, 2005. No, it was earlier. A presentation en vivo. 10 years ago. Dumb ads, bro. I hate ads. But somebody's got to pay the bills. No, it's not even that one, bro. ...2004... Juan Gabriel Te Voy a Olvidar... ...La Farsante Festival del Viña... Festival de Viña... ...2004... Go look at that one on YouTube. So there, he's older... But at that time, his career, he's already an OG, bro. Like, he's already, like, come on. He's Juan Gabriel, bro. Come on. And so the homies got the whole band, and they know how, dude. Okay, so one thing. Oh, let's throw in Karim Leon and ACL, bro. Karim Leon is going to go play in the Austin City Limits. I'm going to go see him, bro. But I got responsibilities. I'll throw this in October. Next October, I'm not working in October if I'm ever in Austin ever again. I'm taking October off. That's going to be my month off. I'm not working October of the year. So anyways, Karim Leon is playing ACL. Karim Leon has a cover of La Farsante. Go check it out on your music platform. And I think he's the one that covers it the best because the thing with Juan Gabriel, bro. All right, so this is how I'm gonna tie everything together. So Jordan Peterson is over here talking about Nietzsche. This dude, it's all philosophical. Like he wrote in thoughts, bro. I'm not impressed, bro. I heard a podcast on Jordan Peterson and what like because now it's all these lectures of like the Bible that the Genesis and Exodus series or whatever. Like, cool story, bro. But the thing that because I'll say this as an evangelist, like when you go evangelize the gospel, you get into a conversation, you get into a debate with like these people that don't believe, and they have arguments, bro. And this dude was giving it to Jordan Peterson, and I was like, there's no way it's like style bender, bro. When he was with Poirier, bro, cuando le estaba dando pew, pew, pew. And I was like, that Jordan Peterson. But the thing is like, oh, Jordan Peterson hasn't, like, he's not an evangelist. He hasn't had that training or that real life experience when people like when you're trying to preach the gospel and they come back at you with answers and they're good, bro. But you got to be better. You got to read more of the Bible. You got to know more about it, bro. So you can come back. And I was like, dude, like Jordan Peterson. I was like, you can. And Jordan Peterson kind of like got him at the end, bro. He came back. He came back like Rocky. I've never ever seen those movies, bro. But I'm pretty sure he came back like Rocky. Rocky. I don't even know if they say something like that. dun, dun. But because he has a good point. It's like, yo, like, well, what about pain? Like the philosophers or whatever, even if you don't believe in like God, the devil, heaven and hell, like all these other things, how do you explain pain? Like that's a negative emotion and the pain that you inflict on other people. And in order to have pain, like you have to know what's on the other side, which is pleasure. So it's like somebody inflicting pain, like you have to explain that. And like they went into this whole nerdy talk about pain and this and that, whatever. But Jordan Peterson came back. But he was on the ropes, bro. He was on the ropes. And the thing is that Jordan Peterson is too polite. And he didn't interrupt. He let him like go his points. But the thing with that is that you need to cut people off when they're like wrong about things. Like, no. Like this is wrong. Like what you just said is wrong. Like it doesn't make sense. You just contradicted yourself. And because most of the time that they're doing it because it's a good argument, but nobody else checks them. But that's the cool thing about like being able to debate other people is that you have to go back and forth with their arguments. But you gotta like be respectful about it and you gotta let them talk and you gotta like it's a chess match. But it shouldn't be like I'm trying to be right. Like, hey, if you really like this, like if you make your point, cool, bro. You made your point. Why wouldn't I believe you? Like, but that's why I'm a Christian because they put all the like the Christian thoughts and beliefs or whatever. And I'm like, it checks out, bro. Like you can go to Jerusalem, you can go to Egypt, you can go like one of the most gangster lines that they have that Jesus, two of the lines, yo, Jesus was a gangster too, bro. This guy was the way that this guy was talking about it with like Jordan Peterson. He was making it seem like Jesus was autistic, bro. No. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. There's another one that like they were speaking, like they were talking about like if God or Jesus Christ, historical Jesus Christ. Because he was like, oh, Jesus Christ was a rebel, blah, 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 and this and that. It's like the way that podcast was making it seem, bro, like it was making it seem like Jesus was autistic. I was like, Jesus Christ was like, if you put the autistic label on that, I'm like, because they were saying like, oh no, he was a rebel, like he was saying that, like, and they even brought up the point where like when Caesar asked them, hey, because they were talking about like Rome and historical stuff. They're like, they don't really know if they crucified, bro. There's so much evidence that like they talk about the crucifixions. that the Romans invented crucifixion, bro. Like, but they want to act dumb, like, oh, there's no evidence. Like they found one with the yes, bro, because they were talking about like the locations of the crucifixion and some of the churches in the area and all that they claim, but it's more like touristy spots. Like, oh, this is where he was buried, and they were talking about that, like his burial, like, oh, it didn't happen, bro. It's there. What's his name? Joseph of Arimatheas, that said like that he was a wealthy and prominent, the guy that funded, that sponsored Luke. This is what Jordan Peterson is like, bro. The Gospel of Luke. Luke was a doctor, bro. He was a physician. This dude was, el vato sí sabía lo que estaba diciendo, bro. He was a doctor. He had a PhD back in the day, bro. And Joseph of Arimatheas sponsored Dr. Luke. And he was the one that said, hey, let me bury Jesus Christ in my tomb. I want to sponsor Jesus Christ. Like, he can use mine. Like, it's documented, bro. Like, this podcast didn't know what the heck they were talking about, too. So this is where we go of like people not like, that's why I'm here, bro. That's why I'm here. To tell him, yes, bro, the historical Jesus was a gangster, bro. He was flipping tables, bro. Psh. He was a rebel. He was a renegade, outlaw, sanctified, troublemaker, but he never sinned. No. Said Lecrae on Rebel, the song, go check it out. And I didn't even know, throw Pastor Mark Driscoll. You think it was going to be a fine-tooth comb piles episode if I didn't mention Pastor Mark Driscoll? Pastor Mark Driscoll comes out in the thing. I didn't even know it was Pastor Mark Driscoll until I was going back and listening to like the sermons and all that. Hey, Pastor Mark Driscoll, what's up with Genesis, those lessons? I was going back because I was going back and forth with the homie trying to defend Genesis, and the homie had all these other things, and I was like, no, bro, there's no way. So I was like, you know what? Pastor Mark Driscoll has a good series on Genesis. And I went back and Pastor Mark Driscoll was skipping verses, bro. I want to talk about the Giants. I want to talk about when it says there's going to be animosity when God was talking to the serpent. Where's this one? This side. Boom, right here. Ahora me trasquilé, bro. When God is talking to the serpent and says, there's going to be, because you've done this, there's going to be animosity between your seed and her seed. There's talking about two. I got questions, bro. I have questions. Cain and Abel. Oh, and the homie hit me with one of the biggest things of Cain, because he was a murderer, became the first capitalist when God cursed him. And when he says, because you've done this, like, whatever you grow, bro, I should like take it out. And I was like, damn, Cain was the first capitalist, but it's some good stuff, bro. It's some good stuff. I already had the bookmark right there, dude. Genesis 4, verse 10. Then he said, what have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Okay, one. The homie told me, hey, when it says right there, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground, your brother's blood cries out to me. It's saying that the blood is alive. that the blood was screaming to God. He was screaming out to God. The blood of Abel. Crazy stuff, right? So that's power. I was just like, wow, it's like blood has power. Like it's life. Like God br- breath, he breathe, he breatheth. El vato le sopló, el vato, God le sopló, he blew. God blew air unto Adam. He gave him the breath of life. So God says so as well. So, verse 11. So now you are, oh, no. Oh, no, yeah. Hold on. Let's go back to 11. So now you are cursed with alienation from the ground that opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood you have shed. If you work the land, it will never again give you its yield. You will be a restless wanderer on the earth. So there, one, like everything is alive. The ground is alive. The ground opened up and took Abel. It might be metaphorically, but if you break it down to all the atoms and all that, every molecule to every atom, you can put it on the periodic table. You can dissect everything to its last atom. So even sand, like everything, air, because it's hydrogen and nitrogen and carbon and whatever else it is. Did I disconnect the thing? Still going. So that's the interesting part. But he's like, you're cursed. Like the ground is not going to yield any fruit for me. So, and then he says, check this out, dude. And then he goes and I'm going to skip some parts because that's a whole different thing. It talks about the mark. That's the first mark. God put the mark on Cain so others can identify what he's done, right? 17. Cain knew. Okay. I'll go back a little bit. I can read that. And he placed a mark on Cain so whoever found him. Okay. You know what? Let me go back because he was saying that's another thing. It wasn't even about. He's like, there was other people. Like Adam and Eve weren't the first ones that were created. There was other people already there. And then he went ahead and said with this. But Cain answered to the Lord, my punishment is too great to bear, since you are banishing me today from the soil and must hide myself from your presence and become a restless wanderer on the earth. Whoever finds me will kill me. Who's going to find you, bro? I thought it was Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. 4 people. Who's going to find and kill him? So why is even Cain talking about whoever finds me is going to kill me? Right? Then the Lord replied to him, in that case, whoever kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over. And he placed a mark on Cain, so whoever found him would not kill him. Then Cain went out from the land. 16. Then Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. So the Garden of Eden is there. Nod is to the east, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Line 17, verse 17. Cain knew his wife immediately. Break it down, Pastor Mark Driscoll. Cain knew his wife immediately. Holla at your boy, Pastor Mark Driscoll. And she conceived and gave birth to Enoch. Then Cain became a builder of a city. He named the city Enoch after his son. Irad was born from Enoch. Irad's father, Lamech, took 2 wives for himself. Where did these 2 wives come from, bro? Where? Where, Pastor Mark Driscoll? One named Ada and the other named Scylla. Bro, where are all these people coming from, bro? Cain built a city, bro, in Nod. He became a builder of a city. You know why? Capitalist. Because the ground wouldn't yield anything for him. So he had to use other people to work for him. The first capitalist. Holla at your boy. How do I put that all around on the web? Interesting, huh? So, you see? Just bear with me, bro. Bear with me. Y'all thought I grabbed that weird, huh? I didn't know I was going to shake this sweet tea. Right. I have questions. I want to talk about the Nephilim, the giants. Because in Genesis 6, it says, in the time before and after the flood, giants roamed the earth. Holla at your boy, Pastor Mark Driscoll. I need answers. And that was rhetorical because I explained it that those giants came from the wives of the sons of Noah. Noah had 3 sons and they had wives and they went in the Noah's Ark. From that line, from the line that was cursed, bro. Cállese en la boca, dude. Okay. And that's where the giants were afterwards because there was mighty men of renown. You know, and they talk about it and all that. That's why the lineages are so good. So let me take it back. To Jordan Peterson in this podcast, bro. And the homie could have stopped them. Jordan Peterson could have stopped them and said, bro, we have the genealogy of the people. We can trace it back to Jesus. We can trace it back from Jesus to David. From David, we can trace it back to Noah. From Noah, we can trace it back to Abel. From Abel, we can trace it back to Abraham. From Abraham, we can trace it back to Adam and Eve. Bro, what are we talking about here? This is what I said. Like, somebody gives you like evidence and all that, and it makes sense. And they were like, why? Anyways, I'm going to bring it back to like the way beginning. If you stuck around, it's going to be interesting. So Jordan Peterson is out there being all philosophical. And, you know, I'm thinking about this as a Christian. It's like, what is life? Like, why are we doing this? Like, why has God put us here? And I think in the last episode, I spoke about how, like, this experience on earth, this is the punishment, dude. This is because I can't talk to you like telepathically. I have to use all this technology, Wi-Fi, internet, a computer, a webcam. And how long did that take from Adam and Eve to get here? Like, sheesh, bro. But like, this is as much that we can do. Like, it's only going to get better. But if I was impressed, like, I wouldn't even need any of this. If we're spiritual beings, we're there. But then that's where it's like to the saying of, if God is everything everywhere all at once, all this and that, what does he lack? If he has everything, he knows the beginning and the end, he knows everything, what does he lack? He lacks boundaries. That's where it's like we're spiritual beings having a human experience. where it's like, oh, the human body and all that gives us our boundaries. Like everything here is gonna have boundaries, and that's what I said. Like everything back goes to the atoms of the boundaries and the equations of how you put everything together. Nietzsche's not that amazing, bro. I never heard of any of his work, so I wouldn't even know. But anyways, still not impressed by that dude. Not impressed by Jordan Peterson. I am impressed. He's very eloquent. But bro, he talks so like, hey, bro, calmate, bro. Calmate. I know you're passionate, but take it easy, Mr. Jordan Peterson. Like, why so? Hey, chill out, dude. Yes, we're gonna go have steaks after this. Um, they're jokes, dude. They're jokes. Is this a thing on my screen? It is, because this is my hand now. Anyways, so I'm over here trying to be all philosophical of like what is life and evolution and the meaning of life, like heaven and hell, we're gonna go, we gotta behave, and all this. And to me, it was just like, enjoy life, bro. Like, this is why we're here. Like, if we're here, might as well enjoy it. Like, if we're spiritual beings and all that, like, if we're here, if you're walking on ice, might as well dance, bro. If you're on earth, might as well enjoy like everything on earth. Like, that's why it's like, try to be positive, bro. Like, try to be nice. And it gets crazy because I was like listening to like about the Knights Templars, bro, and the Vikings. Throw that into the word bingo card game here. Vikings and what did I say? The Knights Templars and England, and bro, that's why they say like they don't negotiate with terrorists. And so in the big picture of life, it's Jordan Peterson over here trying to be all intellectual and all that. And then I was listening. What Nietzsche can say in a sentence, I can take 2 hours and talk about that one sentence, bro. Try to do that, bro. I can. I can talk about everything and nothing for 2 hours, dude. So how about that, Nietzsche? And I'm laughing because I'm 48, 50 minutes in and I'm just talking about this. So I was watching that performance of Juan Gabriel being live, and they're like popurris, they're medleys in Spanish. And the cool thing about that is that the band, the mariachis, they kind of know, dude, shout out to them too, because it takes a lot to like be on beat, and the homies freestyling. And that's where, like, if you see the original one, that La Farsante has da 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 da. That's the pattern. And the potpourri, which is live, the homie is like doing all these Biggie Smalls things, and he's elongating, he's shortening these things, is like adding freestyles. But if you really pay attention, it's because the band is not like, well, one, he went too early. On one of the videos, he went too early, and that was on him. But hey, he's Juan Gabriel, bro. The band has his name. The mariachi is supposed to like keep going, and I think they thought that he was early, but he was on beat, syncopated off the beat, if that makes sense. So the homie is trying to get on beat, but the band is trying to get on his beat, but they don't realize that it's like syncopated and they're not doing the right things. And that's where like the genius of Juan Gabriel comes in. And that's where it's like Karin Leon does the right thing covering La Farsante by Juan Gabriel, because he actually like puts emotion to that. But Karin Leon does like all these like live concerts, and then he does these shows like in Mexico where they do like the cockfights, and it's around like stadium type of, not, I mean, it's little. So you have the intimacy of like being so close, being around 360. The whole band is there. You're like right there in the middle. Like if you're trying to look at like little roosters, cock-a-doodle-doo, like fighting, you can't be too far because you're not going to see them because they're little things. So now you have Karim Leon playing in the center, and it's amazing, bro. It's amazing. You gotta have that vibe. You gotta have that emotion. So Juan Gabriel like puts all this like freestyle there and his things. And bro, okay, so all this started because I saw an Instagram reel of like this performance, and it said like, "Who heard Juan Gabriel?" And I was just like, "Oh, I haven't seen that version." But Juan Gabriel was going at it, and it's like, "Who heard?" Like, bro, you talk about Adele, Taylor Swift, like they write about their exes and all that. Juan Gabriel, bro, he was, and when he sang, bro, he would put that emotion into the song. That's why in La Farsante, when he gets, is it playing? Oh, come on, play. When he hits the chorus, yes, te orgullo que, right here, este orgullo que tengo en el suelo tirar. Yo me quito hasta el nombre y te doy mi palabra de honor de que de mí no te burlas. Bro, he's singing that out there. And y yo te juro por todo lo que sucedió. Karim León keeps that same like, but it's his. It's not the same as Juan Gabriel. He makes his own, which is awesome. But that shows like the genius of Juan Gabriel and as a songwriter and as a performer. And this is where we're gonna go into our time traveling machine and go back from Jordan Peterson to Juan Gabriel. I was looking at those performances of Juan Gabriel and the homie, dude. One, the homie's handsome, bro. Juan Gabriel is handsome. Talk about all these mocosos nowadays and all that. Like, Peso Pluma's ugly, bro. The haircut helps him, bro. Hey, pero Peso Pluma, estás feo, bro. Yo te le digo el primo. Estos vatos que andan en la fiesta, ¿o qué, bro? So the homie, one, he's handsome, but we all know he's gay. Nobody cares. We all knew it. We all love Juan Gabriel. So like with this whole talk of no, bro, we all loved them. So, and we still do. Anyways, the homie dressed in suits, and that's like, hey, I'm dressed better than anybody, bro. Like nobody can be dressed better than me, even if you're wearing your Jimmy Choo suit, bro. Your Tom Ford, bro. Get out of here with your Tom Ford. It's Juan Gabriel, bro. So he's putting this emotion in the vibe, bro. So go to 2000, fast forward to 2004 to that thing. He's older, but he still's got it. And now he's playing to a bigger audience, dude. And the band knows what's up. The band has practice and the band gets down with it. And the performance that Juan Gabriel puts, it's a whole vibe. And you can see that the crowd even sings with them and all that. And I've seen Aaron Watson. I've seen Cole Wetzel. I've seen other people. Um I've seen Blake Shelton in Tacoma Dome with who opened for them? Bro, he came out with this little long hair with his hat. He sang Austin, Holla at Your Boy. Um, the band Perry, they have a good cover song of Fat Bottom Girls by Queen. Oh, won't you take me home tonight? Fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round. So that's a good cover too. I say so a lot. So I said what he said. All right. I've seen this people like play live and being live, bro. Being on social media, being all this, bro. I hope that you're not crazy enough that you like are watching me this like this whole. I hope that you're doing something else, bro. Be running, walking, bike riding, working, and as always, these episodes are always to the truck drivers out there put in the work. Hope I can entertain you for the next hour. Keep it safe. Keep it safe, driver. Y písale, driver. Porque esos carrillos keep slowing us down. But anyways, I digress. But if you made it this far, holla at your boy. But like I was saying, I hope that you're out there enjoying life, God's creation. It's if you're already here, if you believe in God or not, you're in this world, you're in this simulation. Might as well play the game, bro. If you're walking on ice, might as well dance. That doesn't mean to do the bad thing. Bro, these Knights Templars and the Vikings, I think that's okay. There we go. We're back. We're back, baby. Anyways, Jordan Peterson. I was there. I was like, you can spend your whole time like being Jordan Peterson and je ne sais quoi. I don't even know what that means. Je ne sais quoi. And be all that, right? But I'm like, have you ever gotten down at the club, bro? Have you gone to the window? To the wall? Bro. Have you gone to the right, to the right, to the right, to the Have you ever cupped my head, bro? Dude. Have you ever I shouldn't even say this, bro. Shouldn't even say this. But Jesus was out there partying with the tax collectors, dude. They were calling him a drunk for a reason. I need answers, Pastor Mark Driscoll. But the thing is, life is beautiful. Go out there, enjoy it. That's why I'm like, dude, I'm stupid. I don't know. No, like, I know my job. I know what I gotta do. I go do it. They give me money. I pay the bills. I enjoy life. And I repeat. This whole thing about no, dude, I'm not keeping up with anything, dude. I mean, if it's not Formula One and dents, I'm not keeping else with anything else. Like, but dude, Eminem is coming to Formula One, dude. I gotta go somehow. If anybody's got the hook up brother up. Oh, I just gotta go see if the homie's got the hookup. He said he's got the hookup. I'm gonna go by myself, dude. But next month, dude, next year, I'm not working in October. But that was the thing, dude. So it was this whole vibe of like, damn, I would like back in the day, I wasn't into Juan Gabriel and all that. And when the homegirl used to listen to Juan Gabriel, I was like, damn, whatever. Like, as senora, bro, of course she's gonna listen to him. Who broke her heart? But damn, dude, to have witnessed Juan Gabriel, I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to somebody that got down to Juan Gabriel. I need some Juan Gabriel stories. And talking about Juan Gabriel's story, I have one of my own. So with the business that I do, I know certain business owners and all that. And I get to befriend them and talk to them. This thing is bothering me, dude. Este pelillo. Let's change the light. I think it's the same color. So I know the homie, and the homie's an OG from El Paso, bro. What I mean by OG, este ruquillo está más viejo que Alameda, bro. Let's say that. Shout out to Johnny, bro. So Mr. Johnny, I don't know if people know this, but people are gonna know this. So I guess I'll say this. It's tied to him to Juan Gabriel's house in El Paso, and he owns it. He owns it. It used to be a recording studio. So a lot of I don't even know if people know that Juan Gabriel had a house in El Paso and all that. And I think his kids used to live there. And Johnny used to live down the street from that house. So he knew Juan Gabriel. I'm gonna go back and talk to Johnny. I need some of these Juan Gabriel stories, dude. I might even get a podcast recording him and talking to him. I'm gonna interview him, and I hope that he still wants to talk to me, bro. Cause I did the dirty I did the the homie dirty, bro. Last time that I went to El Paso. Hey, but that was for that McLaren 720, dude. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So the homie was raised down the street from the house of Juan Gabriel. And he grew up, they grew up, whatever. Y este vato se hizo empresario, bro. Mr. Johnny became an entrepreneur, bro. And he started buying, he had his business and then started buying the other businesses next to him because he bought the plaza and stuff. So the homie owns the block, bro. Mr. Johnny owns the block. And they were going to sell Juan Gabriel's house. And Johnny saw it. And he went over and talked to him. He was like, hey, ¿qué van a hacer con la casa? Like, why are you guys moving everything out? Like, he's like, oh, we're going to sell the house. He's like, I'll buy it from you. He's like, okay. He's like, just leave the records, the Juan Gabriel and the recording studio. Just leave the records from the record. They took everything, bro. They took everything. I think they left them one. So I think he has it there. But it was some type of deal like that, or they told him like, we're willing to sell to you because we know that you're gonna like take care of the house and like you're not just gonna turn around and flip it and sell it to somebody else more expensive. Like they wanted to preserve the house, and Mr. Johnny is doing that. And it's crazy how the we have the 6 degrees of separation of, because he can talk to like the family and all that, and they still know him. They're still stay in contact and all that. So it's pretty interesting. Ooh, can I get into there? That's hey, I got some interviews, bro. 6 degrees of separation of Juan Gabriel, bro. So I was just like, dude, have you ever turned up? Like you can be off. Like, am I wrong for that? That's where I'm at. Like Juan Gabriel goes hard, dude. His music. The thing with the Karin Leon, bro. I call y'all bros. I call my sister bros, dudes. I need to mess with my sister, anyways. I'll probably end this. But the thing about people and the vibes and being in person and the podcast, and the reason why I have never edited and cut my videos is because this is real. There's pauses. People have to stop and think, and that's what's making y'all dumb out there. Because like all these YouTube, the way they talk all fast, you think people talk out. You guys can't even think that fast, bro. Watch me. Y'all don't believe me? Go out there, and the first person you see, say hi to them. They're gonna freak and try to say, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, nice day, whatever." You guys don't even know what to say, bro. So the cool thing about being in person is the whole vibe. So like I said, like my neighbors, my friends, interacting with them, or just go out there like and be appreciative of their time too, because they're spending that time with you. Let people talk. Make yourself dumb. I got jokes, dude. I got jokes that I can't say on the video. But make yourself dumb. And when they ask about something, it's okay to say, you know what? I don't know. But do you? Would you mind sharing or telling me about it? I'm interested in that. Talk to me about it. Dude, I should have said that. Hey, you like Juan Gabriel? Talk to me about it. What is it that you like about him? Like, what's this intrigue? Why did all las viejas, dude? I understand now. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, dude. But the whole thing with the Karin Leon is they open up with the trumpet, and that when I heard that on the headphones yesterday, when I was listening to it, it took me back to Mexico in El Valle de Juarez, where my mom in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. We're talking 98, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Because after that, after 2001, the lines se pusieron muy largas y todo. We used to go once in a while, but that was on special occasions, bro. So before 2001, my mom gangster, bro. My mom gangster. I heard la tacuachilla de mi mom andaba en una mamalona y con la música, dude. Con Banda El Recodo. Y Julio Preciado, dude, even has a thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to play the Mi Tributo a Juan Gabriel. Is that an album, bro? Oh, I got to check it out. But I'm like, oh, I remember Julio Preciado. And it's kind of banned. But then I'm like, oh, he's just like, these guys were the peso plumas to our parents. No, that's the album, dude. No, that's the album. These horns don't slap as hard as a Karin Leon one. Because you used to ride around in the trucks, cruising. Nomás dando la vuelta en el pueblo, dude. Allá en Guadalupe y en Caseta. And they would just con toda la hey, ¿qué huele? Hey. En las ferias y todo. En los ¿cómo es? Arenales. En los arenales, bro. In the sands, in the sand dunes. Con esta música, bro. And when I heard this with the Karin Leon, dude, the Karin Leon, these horns, I don't care about the neighbors. Que they're going to know about Juan Gabriel, bro. But these horns, they go hard. Y'all ready for this? I don't think y'all ready for this. And then he opens up. This is live, like, right here. Dude, they go hard. You see, there's a little pattern. There's he gets down. Yo creí que era sincera. Yo te di mi cariño. Resultaste traicionera. Those horns, dude. Go explore your own thing, but go listen to La Farsante, all the cover ones, and see like what makes Juan Gabriel, like how he put it his emotion. Because even Ana Gabriel, Juan Gabriel, Ana Gabriel, they have the same last name. Son primos. So Ana Gabriel has the cover song of La Farsante, and the homegirl can sing too. But then I'm like, oh, She's just like a Yalitza of like back in the day, cause she does the yeah. And I was like, no, I'm like, the homegirl can sing, but why does she got to do that? Right? Quedas buena. Right, quedas sincera. She's, and the thing with that song, dude, I challenge anybody. If you can think you can sing, or you don't know what I'm talking, or you say that I don't know what I'm talking about, let me hear you sing that cover song, bro. Because that first line it's spoken. Yo creí que eras buena. And that second part of that first line, you gotta hit it. Yo creí que eras sincera. Like, you gotta go up. And then you gotta come back down for that second line. Yo te di mi cariño y resultaste traicionera. Let's go back to the first line. Tú me hiciste rebelde. Tú me hiciste tu enemigo. And then you go back to the first line. Tú que me traicionaste. Sin razón y sin motivo. So that second line is always ta-da-da, ta-da, ta-da-da, 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 ta-da. And the reason why I'm doing that, there's a point. I'm not just talking out of my butt. So check this out. Because let's take it another step further from the psychological point of view of, because I wish I had a time machine to go back and be like with Juan Gabriel and see when the homie was writing the song. Who heard you, bro? How do you come up with the song? Da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da. The chicken or the egg? The band or the lyrics? The music or the notes? What came first? Da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. And to know that it was syncopated, that you have to go off beat so you can da-da-da. Bro, I need answers, Juan Gabriel. I need answers. Who was out there with Juan Gabriel while he was writing the songs? I need to ask questions about the writing process of how they came out with these bangers, bro. It's interesting. So you have a homie that can say, bro, you can write a book. Whatever you wrote in a book, I can say it in a sentence. Why do I care about your sentence, bro? I'm trying to turn up. I'm trying to turn up in the club, bro. Party in the club. But you've never celebrated any of your home. But because you guys are nerds, bro. You guys stay at home. And you guys don't party, bro. You guys need friends. You need to go hang out with the prostitutes and the tax collectors like Jesus did. Sano porque lloro. Este rebelde. Bro, it's fun to turn up. Traicionaste sin razón y sin motivo. Let's see how this homegirl gets it. Este orgullo que tengo no lo vas a mirar. En el suelo tirado. It doesn't hit the same. Yo me quito hasta el nombre y te doy. I can't believe it. That's why. From her, I can't believe it. I've never seen a girl fight for a man like that. That's why, let me bring it back to Miranda Lambert. Miranda Lambert with the January heart. Let's go. It's on my, dude, don't tell me. This is a different account. Because I can believe I dug my keys into... Son tóxicas, bro. I believe y'all are going to do that. But the homegirl, You made nothing but sweet memories. Everyone picked ripe from vine. And I'm beginning to notice the effects of your wine. You find new reasons to love me. I've been a tough uphill climb. I'm getting used to the easy ways you ease my mind. My mind, my mind, my mind. I've been living in heaven, been living in better weather. Ever since you came around, you haven't let the sun go down. And I've been living in heaven, been living in better weather ever since you came around. You haven't let the sun go down. Redundant. You're like a some warm glass of summer. You see life in different colors, like a diamond in the light. I stare off into the distance, see more black and white. I got a general heart. Don't we go together? Been living in heaven. Bro, at the club, con la shawty, two-stepping. Hey, I've been living in heaven. Been living in better. Bro, to be banging to Miranda Lambert. Bro. Look, I got chills. Oh, I got chills. I was like, there's a non-toxica singing these songs, bro. So I believe when Juan Gabriel sings these songs, yo te juro por todo lo que sucedió, que te arrepentirás. If a girl, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. So when Ana Gabriel is singing this song, cool story, bro, but I don't, doesn't hit it. When Karin Leon sings it, I'm like, okay. El primito Karin, el Oscarín got down, bro. And that's why these are crazy songs, bro. And this is why, like, I wish I had a time machine, bro. I'm gonna invent a time machine. Bro, she said, well, I love me a woman in Tennessee, broke free from jail. Now she's gunning for me. Living on the run. Bro, un pasito. The band, bro. I'm me, a woman in Tennessee, broke free from jail. Now she's running from me. I'm on the run. Sheesh, bro. The stories that Miranda Lambert puts out with this album. Postcards from Texas. What other October? ACL. Juan Gabriel, Alexander the Great. Nepotism. LeBron James. I'm going to do her. LeBron James. Anyways. Everybody's talking about LeBron James. And if it's nepotism that Bronny James is with the LA Lakers and they're going to play together. Nepotism. The word nepotism is, in my own interpretations, it's something that you get because of your parents. Doesn't necessarily have to be your parents, but of who you know. But in this case, your parents. You got it because of who you know. You know who my dad is? Alexander the Great basically said that. Do you know who my dad is? Phillip II is my daddy. Es lo que dijo Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great wouldn't be the great if his dad wasn't Phillip II. And like Dan Carlin says, and the reason why Alexander was the great is because of the army, the military that his father, Philip II, built for him and gave him. The Maserati military that he built. So Alexander the Great became king after his daddy died. And he got this whole military thing. And the whole thing that Philip the Great did, basically, this military, it was the tactics that they had. So basically, they had a shield and a sword, spear, whatever they had. So basically, everybody would line up in a rank, and you had your shield. So basically, what they explain is that these lines, when you're going into battle, like in train tracks, like you're gonna face each other, right? Ancient battles. They tend to move to the right. And logistically or physically speaking, it's because if you're in close battle and somebody has the shield, you're standing to the guy with the shield, you kind of tend to lean a little bit more to the right. So you can be a little bit more behind the shield and have that little bit more of a protection. So those lines tend to shift right. So what they would do is that they will put the strongest warriors on the right, because if they tend to drift right, the weak part of the other line was going to be the left. So if yours shift this way and mine shift is this way, then I'm going to put my strongest people here so I can just, let me do it this way. So if this line goes this way, well, y'all know what I mean. So this line is going to become weaker because there's nothing here, and it's just going to take over because the line shifted this way. And it kind of happens on both ends. So what Phillip II, Alexander the Great's daddy, did, instead of putting all the strongest people over here on the right so they can beat all the weak people on the left side, on the opposite side, he put all the strongest people on the left side with the strong people on the right side, and like just destroyed them. Tactics, bro. Tactics. And because, okay, what the other ones did, they put everybody else on the strong people. At that point, I don't know what I'm talking about. Again, if it's not dense, I don't know what I'm talking about. But nepotism. Alexander the Great wasn't the great because he was great, because his daddy was he was a prisoner. He was a slave, basically, in some other place. Basically, it was just guarantee. It was just like, hey, I need a guarantee, bro. Give me your son. So, because they're coming from royal family, bro. Like Alexander the Great, anyways, homie learns all these tactics because he's living under like another, like we're talking about Philip II, Alexander the Great's dad. When he was young, when he was transported over there as a slave, guarantee for the safety, whatever, kingdom, insider kingdom, Game of Thrones talk type of stuff. The homie was living under like some general, and this general, like they were doing all this tactics. So he grew up knowing all this logistics, tactics, and all these other things. So he learned that. They said that he went on 28 of the campaigns. He went 27 out of the 28 years, 1 year missing because he was like badly hurt. Like this dude was missing an eye, missing a leg, like walking with a limp, like all these other things. Like the dude was a Purple Heart recipient multiple times, basically. But Philip II was out there in the battlefield. He was leaning from the front. El vato andaba allá, bro. So the thing with Alexander the Great is that his daddy was Philip II, bro. Philip II, it's a gangster. Go look. If you think Alexander the Great is... So, Alexander the Great has other things too, bro. That's another episode. So, Alexander the Great has Philip II as his dad and Olympia as his mom. So his dad apparently comes from Achilles, from the lineage of Achilles, because they're Greeks. We're talking about Greeks. Well, Philip II and all that, they were Macedonians with the hard C, Macedonians, Celtics, so on and so forth. So the Macedonians were north of Greece, homies, whatever. Where was I going with this? Yes, Achilles. All these other things, right? So descendants from Achilles, and apparently Olympia, his mom, has lineage from Hercules. And imagine, bro, si yo me creo, bro. Si yo me creo y yo soy hijo de mi mamá y de mi papá, bro. Y estos vatos son... Shout out to my parents, bro. Arriba mi mamá y mi papá. Imagínate si tu papá is Philip II with the greatest and you grew up with that. Do you know who my dad is, bro? Bro, God knows why I'm not Alexander the Great, bro. Si yo me creo, bro. Si yo me creo así como soy ahorita, bro. Imagínate si tuviera ese Maserati de military, como Dan Carlin dice. Bro, por eso me estoy haciendo menso, bro. And what am I going to do? I'm going to go with the prostitutes and the tax collector and go listen to me some Juan Gabriel. Bro, some ACL, dude. Traffic, bro. Traffic here is October in Austin, Texas. What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of life? I don't know, but I was born where I was born in the time that I was born at because God wanted me to be here in Austin during October and experience all this traffic. It's not my first year here. I should have known better, but thought I was going to enjoy it. You know what? But it's a bigger sacrifice. There's bigger news to come and surprises. Yeah. That's why I said I got responsibilities and priorities. So it's not about me anymore. I can't be Alexander the Great, dude. I cannot be Alexander the Great, but I can be Philip II, bro. I can be Philip II y mis mocosillos, bro. My little mocosillos, my little blessings. They can be Alexander the Great. They can be Lewis Hamilton. They can be Sergio Perez. They can be... Oh, I'm blanking out. They can be Serena Williams. They can be Haley Williams. They can be Avril Lavigne. They can be, they can be anybody. They can even be themselves, dude. And so, to close out this episode, I think it was very, very interesting. Oh, I was like, dude, I'm not going to be able to post this. I came back. I was like Jordan Peterson. I was like Jordan Peterson through that episode, bro. Boop, boop, boop. But I came back like Rocky, dude. But go check out Postcards from Texas by Miranda Lambert. Go check out all those things from Juan Gabriel. Go check out Alexander the Great. What's that Dan Carlin's episode? It's not... Damn. Dan Carlin, bro. Where's Dan Carlin? Mania for Subjugation. Go check it out. And then I listened to Twilight of the Acers. A-E-S-I. Sir with an A-E in the front. A-E, sir. Twilight of the Acer. Dude, that's talking about the Vikings. And I had to listen to them again. The cool thing about all these things, I go back and listen to them, knowing all this extra added information. I put it back. Bro, now I'm getting into the whole Rome, England history. That's the little time period that I'm at. It's crazy. England's a bunch of wimps, bro. Because basically the Vikings came over and it was, dude, the whole Viking things and all. Did y'all know that the Vikings were Christians? They didn't start off as Christians, but these homies went over there and be like, Hadn't heard of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And bam, got converted, bro. Y'all want to be the most powerful people in the world? Be good at military and be Christians. With those two things, you can take over the world, dude. You can take over the universe. Because one, it belongs to him. Two, we got the real God. And at the end, I want to talk about, this is a side note, but there's a post about the Mexican president. There's a new president, and she's a female. Her last name is Shane Baum. Like that Shane factory, like Shane. I got my dress from Shane, and then Baum. Like, I don't know any Baum. Baum. Shane Baum. And I was like, what kind of Mexican last name is that? Bro, these comments, and I'm going on them on these comments because people don't even know what they're talking about, bro. They don't even know what they're talking about. They're getting at me. Like, I actually just genuinely, what kind of Mexican last name is that? Somebody can say, hey, and this is what I'm getting at. Because a lot of people are like, she's Jewish, she's Jewish, she's Jewish. She's not even Mexican. Stupid, because we're not like, he's Catholic. He's not even Mexican. Oh, he's Buddhist. There's two things. You can be a Jew from Jerusalem. Aren't this where they come, right? From Israel? From Jerusalem, the Jews. If you're not a Jew, you're a Gentile, bro. Right? So there's two things. Jewish as a religion is just a religion, bro. It's just a faith that they have. They can be a Mexican Jew. Estos mensos ni saben de lo que están hablando, bro. So anyways, so these people, oh, they're Jewish. She's Jewish. She's not even Mexican. Somebody else is saying her parents were born here and she's second generation. Some people are saying that she wasn't even born here. Bro, estos vatos ni saben de lo que están hablando. They're like, this dude, bro, it's funny, dude. I'm going at these guys. It's ridiculous. I don't even know how I started talking about the president of Mexico. Her last name. I need to end this. I hope that I was able to put everything on the podcast web and get everything together. It's been a ride. I did it. I felt like Jordan Peterson in between. But at the end of the day, I'll close this out for real, because I want to go do hood rat stuff with my friends. And in person, bro. Because it's fun. I'll leave you guys with this. Go enjoy Earth, God's creation. What's the meaning of life? We don't know if this is simulation or not, if this is real. We don't know if this is true or not, because at the end of the day, whoever holds the records of history controls the narrative of the world, or of history, basically. We don't really know. It's through faith that we walk through or with. But it's faith. Ephesians 11. Is it Ephesians? Ephesians 11. Let's say that. And it's just a belief. It's my choice to believe in this for whatever reasons. It makes me feel good. The aim is to be positive, is to be in the up and up. It's nothing negative. There's no bad intentions. It doesn't tell you to do anything negative, anything bad. It's just advice, guidelines to live your life based off of that. Whatever it is still good. A life with Jesus Christ is better than a life without one. Him. God created the heavens and the earth, and everything in it. And when he saw that everything was good. You're good. You're here. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're part of the society. We're here. If I ever get to cross your timeline, meaning meet you, and our Christ lines, our timelines cross, say hi. I hope that you're doing well. And I hope we get to enjoy whatever we're doing at that moment. Try to be positive. Try to be better. And if you try to be negative, try to taking everything down. There's people out there trying to defend. Because the devil came to steal, kill, and destroy. He's trying to steal your inheritance. He's trying to steal your power that you have. You're smart, you're brilliant, you're powerful. If we really believe in all this, don't we believe that we're children of God? That our first father was given life from God? You don't think that blood that was given through him by Adam to Abel, that was crying out to Jesus Christ, or in that time to God, Holy Trinity, he was present back in the day, they was crying out to him. And there's more to the story, because I was looking into it, I'm like, damn, Cain met his wife immediately. They don't talk about Cain and Abel and a sister or somebody else. Damn. I need answers, Pastor Mark Driscoll. I need answers. It's very interesting. I still believe it. I still think there's more to it. But my faith is, and that's where the intentions, and if you die and you go to heaven, what's it going to be? And I think that's where my personal faith and relationship with God lies with. I believe everything in the Bible. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. And so do demons. So it's not just enough to believe in Jesus Christ or in God. You have to accept them as your Lord and Savior. And with those things, it's like, hey, you want to come to the kingdom of heaven? You got to play by certain rules. You got to act a certain way. We're not like that. They're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. We try to do the right things. We're sinners, so we fall short. We're not perfect, so we fall short. We make mistakes. But it's with the intentions of trying to be better. And I hope that we get there. But the crazy stories is that, because Jordan Peterson could have told him right there, bro, if you don't believe in all these things, bro, look at the people. Look at the people, Paul, Peter, like all these people, because he was talking about it. I'm like, dude, did you know how Peter died? Did you all know how Peter died? Upside down on a cross. When they were kneeling, when he was denying knowing Jesus Christ, he was scared. No, aren't you the guy that was following Jesus Christ? I'm not. He denied him 3 times before the rooster crowed. Because they're like, there's no like evidence that like there's evidence of the people that are talking about the return of Jesus Christ. He talked to over 500 people, 400, 500 people. Cannot get a witness. You got 500 witnesses, bro. It was a summer sunset yoga number of people that saw Jesus Christ. If all that number of people, we all said, hey, we saw him, wouldn't you say like you believe him? Like, bro. So now you go back and you can say, hey, Peter denied him when he was alive. After he died, he believed in the resurrection so much that he was nailed, crucified upside down. And that's how he died. Look at the way that everything that Paul went through. Paul was the greatest Roman out there, dude. Saul of Tarsus. Look him up. I want to know the history, the historical Saul of Tarsus. If there's a historical Jesus, I want to know the historical Paul. Because he tells all the Pharisees, between all y'all, I'm the most pure one. I have never broken any of the 634 laws or however many of them there are. And I come from royal blood, dude. And somebody said that, like, it's crazy. If you trace it back to written history, it's only 50 generations, bro. 50 generations. And I was like, there's something wrong with that because you're assuming that every generation lasts 100 years. Homies don't live up to 100 years. That's the average. But let's say average. Now you do the average between 80 years. Go back to 50. But even that's 100 generations. You don't even have to take it that back because that's from the beginning of written history. Go back 1,000 years. Go back 100, 200, 400, 800. Go 1,000 years. Go 2,000 years to the days of Jesus. And go a little bit further back. That shouldn't be more than some generations. If you're homies, if you're family, that's how, like, these wealthy families, they're not that many generations, bro. That's why it's so important to have that generational wealth for your, like, I growing up, I said in conclusion, but I'm still going. So welcome to the House Podcast. We continue this party. So anyways, these people only kept it in the the generational wealth, kept it in the family. And I was like, growing up, I don't want to be what my dad or my parents do. Well, you kind of do if you want to be rich and continue the family business, because it's so hard to start a business and all that. Just hand it over, manage it, build your own business, but manage it. Oh my God, dude. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to be the Alexander the Great, but I'm going to be able to be the Phillip II, bro. I'm about to build this Maserati of an empire for my kids, bro. Holla at your boy. And at the end of the day, it's 2024. You think I'm doing this like because no, dude, this is the beginnings. This is the foundations of everything to come. Because if I'm already doing this now, imagine what I can do in 5, 10 more years, talking on my mic. And after all these surprises, everything, getting it together, we just keeping it pushing, bro. So enjoy life. Be good at everything that you do. Do it for the glory of God. And what that means is get that intention. You're like, even if you're not, look at it this way, like it's not like a devotion. Oh, I gotta do it too. No. With Jesus Christ, be proud of whatever you're doing. Just leave it like that. But so far, damn, 2 hours. Only 2 hours. This is crazy. I gotta go, dude. I gotta go. Turn up. That's been the podcast. I love you guys. And like I said, whatever Nietzsche can say in a sentence, what takes other people a whole book to write, I can spend 2 hours on a podcast talking about the same thing. Holla at your boy, Jordan Peterson. Holla at your boy, Pastor Mark Driscoll. Holla at your boy, anybody that's got Formula One tickets or ACL tickets, because I want to go, dude. This has been the podcast. Once again, it's a fine tooth comb podcast with your host, Pablo Castro. Don't Google me. Don't Google me. You guys don't want to find out what's out in the internet about me. Why? Because I was doing hood rat stuff with my friends. But that's been the podcast. Stay fresh. Stay out of traffic. Stay out the left lane, please. If you're here in Austin, stay off the left lane. Left lane is for passing only. Enjoy ACL. Hook a brother up some tickets. I'm going to go see Prof as professor? Professor or prophet? Prophet as bringing the good news, or trying to make a quick buck like Judah's prophet? But I'm going to see, I'm going to go see Prof on the 16th. Aaron Watson on the 11th. Oh, ACL so crazy. Dua Lipa's coming, dude. I'll jump the fence like a wetback to go see Dua Lipa, dude. Bro. Austin, I love you. But you're weird, dude. You're weird. Ya me voy, dude. Love you guys. Mwah.